Okay, now we can see the next factor there of the management. This one, poor communication. Can you see this diagram? Every person is talking to each other, every person. So there is no clear-cut communication path. Okay, everyone is talking themselves. Okay, so here two persons are trying to communicate, but they are not understanding what other person wants to convey to him. So that is the common cause of misunderstanding, and next it will lead to the delay or the disputes in the construction industry. So the factor name is poor communication. Factor name is poor communication. Okay, now in this one, poor communication, 50% of the workers complain about inadequacy in communication. What supervisor is going to tell you and what the labor is going to understand about that supervisor, not clear. Okay, so that problem will start from there. This is mainly exhibited by the fact that the contractor does not inform or communicate the work plan and schedule to the workers, and the workers only get to know about the day's work in the morning. Okay, what do you mean by this one? Contractor or the supervisor will not tell about the total building concreting or slab concreting or full floor concreting. They will only tell for that day only this much concreting is to be done. Okay, so the laborers will not be aware of the next day work. So that will also be a part of poor communication. That will also be the part of poor communication. Okay, now in this one, the workers do not get a chance to make any input into the work plan. They will not get any chance. Okay, and most of them feel that their contribution would improve the work. They will think that whatever I am doing, it will improve the work. So in that way the communication problem will start. The research established that main problem is that very few contractors have the requisite planning and scheduling skills. Okay, what do you mean by this one? All the contractors will don't have any problem, any planning and scheduling things. Okay, they do whatever the owner want to say, they'll just implement in the site. They don't have any pre-planning. Okay, that is the problem of poor communication. Only suddenly contractor will come, owner will come and tell the things, laborers will start doing the things. So they don't know what was previously done, they don't know what next going to do. Okay, so like that. Hence, staff to be effective, they must clearly understand what requires to be done. Okay, what should be done, that is there must be clear communication. There must be clear communication. Contractor need to inform work plan, schedule, day's work to the workers. You should inform, today we are going to do, tomorrow this, day after tomorrow this. So the plan should be ready for the implementation. Okay, it increases the efficiency. By reducing the waste of time material. It increase the waste of time materials. Negative factors, these are the negative influence factors. We'll see these include delays in the delivery of materials, equipments, poor welfare facilities. Negative factor means what? You are doing a slab concreting, cement aggregate should be there in your site, stockyard. If you don't have thing, this is a negative factor. If you don't have a batching plant or concrete mixing drum, that is a negative point. Poor welfare, there is no drinking water facility, there is no canteen facility, there is no washroom facility, it is a negative factor. These are all things affect the labor productivity. Okay, the negative factors reduce the productivity. The negative factors reduce the productivity and effectiveness of the personnel. More than 80% of the workers complained about this, because lot of people will tell only complaint about this one only. Here this is not there, that is not there. Okay, they are not given this facility. Okay, in some of the sites the effect of these factors were very clear. Okay, some remote areas, some village side work areas, so the facility will not be given. Okay, example, in one site there were no toilet facility, for the workers, and whenever the need arose, the workers had to take 15-minute break to go to the nearest toilet. So obviously in site, if you are not providing, then work will be picked up in a good speed. Okay, so otherwise what will happen, people or labor has to go a little bit remote area, so there they are wasting the time. Okay, in another site, the contractor had hired a concreting crew, but 4 hours into working day, the work had not started because the mixer would not work. What is happening? Okay, so there is a work of concreting, but 4 hours of working is sit idle. Laborers have been idle there. Why? Because the mixer has not yet started. So there is no mixer, then the concrete is not coming. So obviously laborers will sit idle. So that is a negative factor. So it is necessary to provide required equipment and materials in time. That is very important. Contractor need to provide all facilities for laborers. For example, they should provide labor houses, toilets, water, power supply, so that work get complete as per the schedule. Okay, okay, what type of factor it is going to there, can anyone guess? Okay, it's a lack of motivation. This kid doesn't at all motivated, so he is reading a big book such as some engineering or some higher person are reading, but see there is no motivation at all, he is not at all happy. So this type of lack of motivation in the case of labor management is very important. Okay, so management has continuously motivate the people, otherwise what will happen to this kid, he will not study, he will not get any reward, so he will not going to pass the exam. Okay, in that way you can understand. Okay, lack of motivation. Okay, most of the contractor interview did not see the lack of motivation as a management problem. Why they will tell? Okay, so they think that motivation is not necessary for laborers, anyhow we are paying their wages, so that's all, so they will not motivate. Okay, they argue that since 95% of the workers are hired on casual terms, means what, the work is there, people are hired, the work completes, they will be hired. Okay, so there is no concept of motivation to them. Okay, so that is why they are not doing the motivation part. More than 90% of the workers, however, indeed this as a major shortcoming, with the most of them selecting a job security and money as the best method. So if you are providing money, that acts as a motivator, that's all. Okay, otherwise it is not going to motivate it. This is clearly inspired by the current high level of unemployment. Okay, hire and fire. Okay, whenever work is there, you are hiring them, work completes, dehiring them, so there is no chance for motivation. So finally, it will lead to the present dangerous condition of unemployment. Lack of motivation has also led to high staff turnover. Lack of motivation has also led to high staff turnover in the construction industry, leading to the lack of continuity in the organization. So motivation is not there. So the laborers, engineers, supervisor will not stay in that company. Okay, they will change their company. So that is why the continuity is not there. The continuity of the same persons is not there in the company. Motivation may be in various forms, maybe in form of money, recognition, bonus, job security, participation in decision making. So if your owner is giving you good money, or he is recognizing you, giving some good grade, either A, J, like that, or he is going some bonus on festivals, or he is taking you as a permanent employee, job security, so he is going to take in a decision making. So all these considered as motivation factors. Okay. Lack of training. What do you mean by this lack of training? Okay, most workers interviewed had not been trained by their employers. They just come and do their work and go. while the contractors argued that they trained the workers on the job. Means, what do you mean by this one? Here, contractor will always think that the people who are coming to him already trained from other works, so he will not give any furthermore training. Okay. This is, however, not effective given that the most of these workers do not stay with the same employer for a long time. If the same laborers are there in for a company for a longer time, then training will be provided and skill levels are increased. But laborers are changing the company, so that is why this is a very dangerous problem of not training. So they will not get training. That's all. Okay. Hence, it is important that contractor must give continuous training. He should give continuous training. Whenever work is not there, just call the laborers and give some site training. What is safety, what is protective equipments. Okay, in order to update their skills, in order to update their communication skills, in order to update their new methods, technology. So all these about he can give the trainings. Managers must continuously invest in training of their workers. This thing generally company will not follow. Why? Because there is a money involved. No, if you are calling for a training, so you should invest some money. No, who is going to bear that cost? No one. No? So that is why the managers will never do this one. They always want to save the money for themselves or for the company. Then only the company will grow. They think like that. But actually, by giving proper training, the laborers or employees will stay together for a longer time. In turn, it will increases the efficiency. Okay. In construction, this is especially a paramount for the supervisory staff. So supervisor should know all the skills, should be having all the skills such that he is monitoring correctly. So plumber, what type of work he is doing, so whether he is doing correct or not. Similarly for concrete person, similarly for road work person. So all the works he is doing with the supervisory work, he should understand the different things. So to understand that, he should be having training in all trades. Okay. Inability of construction supervisor to plan the work and to communicate with the workers, inability of them direct work activities, it's a major factor. Inability of the supervisor is a major factor in declining the cost effectiveness of the industry. So suddenly in the site, if your supervisor is not trained enough, what is going to do? Whatever work is there, he is going to accept and report it to the superior person. So in that way, all other works are getting accepted without any proper checking. One fine day, the client will come and check the things. If they are not up to the good quality, he will tell rework, do this work again. So that time what is happen? So there is a decline in the cost effectiveness of the construction industry. Redoing, rework, repair work, what are all these? These are only increasing the cost. So this effectiveness will decrease. So that is why in big company you can see in L&T, in HCC company, Nagarjuna company, generally for every 6 months, for every 3 months, there is a continuous training program is going on in some other location, continuous training program. From one side to 5 people, another side 10 people, like that. The training program is done throughout the year such that all levels of employee, maybe labor, maybe foreman, maybe dumper operator, maybe cleaner, maybe engineer, maybe manager itself. So everyone is visiting the training program such that they continuously acquiring the skills of them. Okay, so that is why those type of companies will have success in future, or continuously they are in touch with their employees. So all have continuous moral with them. So those companies have a good practice. Those companies have a good practice. In this one, what is this? Lack of investment in research and development. What do you mean by this research and development? Okay, any new technology is there, any new adoption you can do, for this machinery, that machinery, this type of work. So all the things come under research and development. Okay.